right there, that was Steiner Math. That was Steiner Math, and it shows me, proves to me that we are not doing enough with Bron Breakker. I'm not even joking, but Chop, he's in the main faction, the main bad guy faction. I don't care. I don't care. It's not enough. They are not pushing Bron Breakker to the potential that he should be right now. I am literally saying Bron Breakker should be fighting for this title. He should be fighting John Cena. He should be fighting all these dudes, and yet he's someone's henchman.
You hear what he just said about you?
I'm sorry, but Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker, they have way more chemistry than Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. We should literally take those two and have them go and run amok. Repeat. Just repeat what you did with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, scary in half. And that...
That's what we should be doing with Bron Breakker right now. I know, he has his whole career ahead of him, but Chop, he's only 27 years old. Yeah, well, you know, Carmelo Hayes had his whole career ahead of him 2 years ago, and he's been just losing left and right. He only gets TV time when he teams up with The Miz.
You said you was going to take me to the top, and you dipped out. You know what, you're right. And you deserve better than that. I do deserve better than that.
I am sorry, but like the whole career ahead of you argument, I'm sick of it. I really am, because it's holding younger talent down. I'm not saying we got to take AJ Styles out to the out behind back and, you know, old yeller him. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that there's a place for both. We can have older guys, seasoned guys. How about that? Veterans can be champions still. But we got to have room for these young guys. You know Randy Orton, right? Oh, Randy Orton, he deserves another title run because he's a legend. How did he become a legend? At what age did he start that path to being a legend?
Randy Orton has done it! The youngest world champion in history!
24 years old. Randy Orton won a title at 24 years old. Brock Lesnar won a title 25 years old. Yokozuna, Undertaker, The Rock, 26 years old. Five of the greatest. They were younger than Bron Breakker is right this second. John Cena, 27, don't quote me. A lot of guys in their 20s that are benefiting from it right now in their 40s we're like, whoa, these dudes, these legends, they won it at such an early age. Bron Breakker doing that Steiner Math. If you don't know who Steiner is, Scott Steiner is actually Bron Breakker's uncle, and they have a lot in common. To me, they seem like they were jocks that just live in a world of nerds, and they're like, why am I surrounded by nerds? And they just want to beat everybody up, and it's hilarious, and they're just unhinged, and they just say whatever they can come out of their mouth.
He's fat! I don't care if he don't, I'll make him bleed!
But they get so worked up, right, that it usually, like, it gets all twisted, but they're able to make it still make sense in some crazy way, and it's just hilarious and good TV, and very few people can do it like a Steiner, and holla if you hear me. But that said, Bron Breakker doing that Steiner Math, which is also a callback to Scott Steiner doing his own math.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
But it just shows me that Bron Breakker lives and breathes his character. I don't think he was told to do that. He knew his character should wouldn't be talked down to by CM Punk and LA Knight. So he started going and they had to hold him back, right? They had to hold him back, and then he just starts talking and he gets all like flustered, and it's funny, it's hilarious. That's what we need. We need these just unscripted, unhinged characters who can back it up. Bron Breakker, I don't care if he's a WrestleMania 48 main eventer.
Who's gonna main event WrestleMania 45, 46, 47, 48? The answer to that question is Bron Breakker.
Fine, great. Let him be a WrestleMania 48 main eventer. But he should also be a WrestleMania 42 main eventer, or 43 at the latest. By next SummerSlam, this dude needs to win this title. And by 20,000 subscribers, I need you to win this title. 1 second, we'll get back to the video. I have a contest going where I'm going to give away this at 20,000 subscribers. All you got to do to win is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. Ding, ding, ding. I'm not kidding. I'm going to give this belt away at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job. I need to quit the day job soon, because if I don't, well, they're going to fire me. So help me out, subscribe so I can make some money and have a roof over my head, because quit or fired, one of the two's happening. But yeah, Bron Breakker is like, he's ready right now. We don't have to continuously wait. You know who's also ready? Obafemi.
Right?
is,
That's
yeah.
got something to do with the heart, right?
Holy!
Oh, man.
Obafemi is ready. He's 27 years old also. Or Trick Williams. Bring them up. Call them up. Let's go. Let's go. It's like, why do we keep waiting? These are hungry cats, right? These are hungry cats, meow, that want opportunity and chances. If, and I'm not saying this in a, oh, these guys, these part-timers are so bad for business, but like, honestly, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, he's pretty much gone. Randy Orton, he loses a match at SummerSlam and he's not back on TV for 2 to 3 weeks. It's like, all these guys, they're not showing up. Hey, you know, more power to them. They worked out the contract how they did, but they're not showing up on a regular basis. Can we give the titles and the main event scene to guys who actually want it? Guys who actually are like, you know what? I don't need Hollywood. I kind of want to wrestle. I kind of want to be here week in, week out. Seth Rollins, I will grant him, he is in, week out. And Seth Rollins is a perfect example of a veteran who should be in the main event scene, but at the same time, I don't see why he can't be in the main event scene with Bron Breakker. Also, Bron Breakker didn't need this faction. Straight up, Bron Breakker did not need Seth Rollins' faction. Now, maybe Bronson Reed did. Maybe Ethan Page did, maybe Austin Theory did, but Bron Breakker was ready to go. In fact, I feel Bron Breakker has taken a couple steps back since entering into this faction. For a moment there, the dude was only barking.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Sorry.
Like, no joke. The dude was just in a suit, and he would literally only bark. Like, he went backwards, so backwards as a character. And then when Seth Rollins, he skips out and he fakes an injury, and Bron Breakker is back. He's back into just like the limelight, taking charge and everything. And then the moment Seth comes back, boom, back in his suit. He's back in his suit, not doing barely anything. And why wasn't Bron Breakker mad that Seth Rollins didn't let him in on the secret that he wasn't really injured? He only told Paul Heyman. So again, don't you think Bron Breakker would be mad about that? Oh my gosh, it's like, just split him apart. Just split him apart and let Bron Breakker be his own dude. The guy needs to be in the title run. We don't need to be patient. Like, sometimes we just don't need to be patient. I'm not even kidding. At some point, it became like, if you're not 35, you can't win the title. And I don't want 8 more years of Bron Breakker just like at the level he's at. I really don't. And I know that just sounds bad because, you know, like, patience is a virtue and stuff. Ask LA Knight about that. Ask LA Knight. And you see, there you go. LA Knight's another example of just, do we need everybody to have a 3-year story arc to get to the championship? No. Sometimes if you're hot, you're hot. If back in the day they had been like, oh, The Rock, he's only 26. I don't know. Let's not put the title on this guy. Let's make him wait. Let's make him pay more dues. Maybe 30 when he's a little more mature. Could you imagine? If they said, nah, let's wait 4 more years? I mean, we're talking some all-time greats here. Could you imagine? Nah, Brock, 5 more years. 5 more years of Brock just here. Let's team the Brock. Let's put Brock as somebody's henchman. Let's put Brock as somebody's henchman for a couple of years. You know, it can work. I mean, Randy Orton was the henchman of Triple H, so I'm not saying it can't work, but I'm just saying that Bron Breakker, it didn't need to be him. It didn't need to be him. It could have been Austin Theory. Austin Theory could have been the young cat that they built up. Some young cats are just they're instant tigers. They're just tigers or lions right from the get. And that's Bron Breakker. The guy's crazy. He's an athletic beast.
And I'll come get you.
When are we gonna pull the trigger on this dude? Like, when will he be ready? Like, he's not going to be more ready. Like, the guy's already unhinged and crazy. If he can pull off Steiner Math, then there's nothing else we can teach him. I'm telling you, Scott Steiner was such a wild card in the main event scene when he finally arrived that it was just pure enjoyment. You didn't know if he was going to come out with a tiger or 20 different freaks. The things he would say, like, the dude was just so unhinged. I'm telling you 100%, he would be a breath of fresh air because there would be nobody who would know what to do. And it would freshen the whole main event scene. It really would. Imagine CM Punk beats Seth Rollins. Bron Breakker versus CM Punk. You're telling me that's not a refreshing change of pace? Put Bron Breakker against anybody and tell me in the main event scene. AJ Styles. I would pay to see that. Randy Orton. God, I would love to see that. That would be amazing. Roman Reigns. Heck yeah. That's WrestleMania right there. Seth Rollins. Anybody. LA Knight even. But LA Knight, he's still fighting to get himself a spot in the card. And hey, you know what? We should have pulled the trigger on LA Knight 3 years ago, but that's a whole different video. Again, I'm not saying because you're 40 that you can't be in the main event scene, but I am saying just because you're 20, in your 20s, doesn't mean you can't be in the main event scene. Take a chance, take a risk. What's the worst that happens? Oh, it was too soon to put the belt on him? Like it was too soon to put the belt on Randy Orton? What'd you do? You took it off him a month later, and then you allowed him to grow a little more, and then you gave him the belt like a year or two later. Okay, so what? If that's the worst that happens, the worst that happens is we give Bron Breakker the belt for a couple months, and then we take it off him? Okay. I mean, you did that to Jey Uso, so you can do it to Bron Breakker. Like, let's bump some of these young guys up. What is the point of just keeping them in NXT forever? Oh, the main event scene is too crowded. Well, I'm sorry. If you can't hang, you can't hang. Put Breakker, put Oba, put Trick in the main event. If some people can't hang with it, then you know, survival of the fittest. That's how it goes. That's how it's always been in WWE. We don't lower the main event scene expectations because we're afraid of talent. No, you either rise to the top or you don't. We need to get some of these young cats in that main event scene and get things moving, get things rolling. Hey, you know what, Cody? I hope you're in Street Fighter 3 or whatever. You know, I hope you have a great Hollywood career. But don't take the title with you. Just don't. All you guys, all you main eventers, come back around WrestleMania and we'll have a whole, like, night one can be part-time WrestleMania, and we can have all these young guys and veterans who are here week in, week out. Seth, AJ, LA Knight, they can be night 2. All right? So there you go. I've seen enough. Bron Breakker, he's not the future. He's the present. Let's please get the belt on him ASAP. Boys, girls, have yourselves a great day.